Fairgrounds. I am here for something called RARsfest. It's the Raleigh area ham festival. It's an annual festival. I haven't been to this in many years, but I'm hoping to get inside and maybe talk to a couple of people, do some filming, show you guys what ham radio festivals are like, maybe find some goodies, and make a day out of it. So let's go. This place is huge. It's an outdoor flea market. In the fall it holds the state fair, which goes on for many days. It's got a racetrack down there. This thing up here is something new. People carrier. They have extended parking way down there. So that's new. Beautiful sunny day, spring day. Hopefully we'll have a good day. If I don't have any luck at the ham festival, I'm sure I'll have luck somewhere out here amongst all the vendors. So I took a few pictures of some of the cars out here, and as you can see, the closer we got to the RARsfest main entrance, all these ham and CB antennas started showing up on the back of cars, so that was kind of cool. But this guy has dual 102 steel whips on the back of his truck, and I met him. A very avid CBer, you could say, but super cool. And another couple of ham radio CB type antennas, and here we are. Well, let's go inside. Huge and packed. Lots of stuff. Going to be a long day. Lots of neat stuff. Alright, rather than talk to myself as I walk through this place, I just went ahead and just filmed it. Just had the camera rolling, kind of walking down the tables here, and you can see a massive variety of stuff. You know, some would call some of it junk, but one man's trash is definitely another man's treasure, and in this case, there's lots of treasure to be found. Lots of ham equipment, obviously, but plenty of CB stuff. Also, if you're just an electronics nerd, like old school, you know, pre-iPhone, pre-smartphone, there's lots of electronics here, old cameras, video cameras, computer equipment. There was a table that had nothing but laptops, and a lot of them were still quite useful. So really cool stuff there. Obviously cabling, lots of power supplies, lots of scopes, and oh geez, just so much stuff. I'm gonna let the camera roll. I'll probably pipe in when I see something of interest worth noting. There was a couple tables that were definitely CB related stuff. Coming up on one here we had a CB amplifiers, and I think we'll get back to that one later, but yeah, I'm just gonna let it roll, enjoy it. I'll come back and point out a few things as we go on through the video. Sorry if anyone gets motion sickness watching this. I'm not a cameraman. I'm trying, but this was as best as I could do with what I had. As you can see, tables of just nothing but connectors and mic ends, stuff like that, soldering supplies, lots of cool stuff like that. I picked up a lot of little teeny things for projects. Here's old vintage computer parts. Some of this stuff goes for a premium online. If you're into any of that, they had tons of this kind of stuff here. There were two large tables of CB gear, and the rest was just mixed in, but I'll show you those two here shortly. One guy was like 2 kilowatt amps, stuff like that. The other people were more normal CB related equipment. But a lot of nice people. I met a lot of people, I talked to a lot of people. Something you would definitely want to go and check out if you have one of these in your state. They're usually just called Hamfest. This one's called RARsfest, but so much cool stuff. There you go. There's a 2 kilowatt amp right there. There's a DAC CB. Well, that was a good high dollar stuff. This guy had a lot of great equipment. Not all of it was as advertised. I'm just going to leave it at that. But the prices weren't too bad. If you were wanting to dim the lights in your neighborhood, this was probably the guy to talk to. If I had to guess, these two gentlemen, one of them was probably the one that was driving the truck that had the dual 102 steel whips, because they took CB very serious at this table. Lots of test equipment. This was nice. This guy had a lot of antenna rotors and rotor turners, and I probably should have got one, but I didn't. But I did look at them for a while. They priced right, a quarter of what they would go for new. More ham radios, some vintage, some new. All really nice radios. Prices on these, varied. Nothing I could afford, but certainly nice to look at. Here's another table with some CB equipment here, another 300 watt amplifier, a couple of Cobra 29s, some power supplies, a little bit of ham radio gear mixed in there too, but pretty neat. That about wraps it up. I'm going to go to the goodbye video, and we'll see you for part 2 here later on. Well, that's about it. We definitely scored big. We'll talk about that later. All right, I got here at 9 a.m. and it is 3 o'clock. So I wandered all of NC State Fairgrounds, and I also went to the RARsfest, or whatever you want to pronounce it, the Ham Festival. And man, major success story there. Lots of money. The trip paid for itself. Now I'm down in Raleigh for other reasons, but I lucked out. It happened to be the right weekend to do this, so I managed to go. And it's been years since I've been. After today, however, I will probably make it a ritual to come back here every year and do this, because there were so many deals, so much cool radio stuff. I've got a lot of video footage that I shot. I'll have to kind of edit that and try to figure out a way to make that work. But what I'm going to do also is make another video that shows everything that I bought. And I'll give you some rough ideas of what I paid for it, although I bought so much stuff it's hard to keep track of it all. And then I'll make another video talking about the stuff that I'm going to keep, because a lot of the stuff that I bought, I'm going to resell in order to pay for the stuff that I want to keep. And that's like the ultimate goal of any hobbyist, is to somehow make it either profitable or at least a break-even mark. Judging by this trip, if I take out the antenna wire, because I did buy some replacement wire, I'm going to be working on putting up a larger, taller antenna, and my cabling is pretty old, so I bought some new RG213 cabling, which I got 100 feet of right here. If we take that out of the loop, then it was definitely a profitable experience. I'll resell a lot of that stuff on eBay or just locally, and got some neat stuff. We're going to do some videos. How about a phone patch? Anybody ever heard of that one? So yeah, you can do a phone patch even with CB radio. It just is something that never gets done anymore. But I bought one, and I'll download the manual, and we'll get it wired up, and we'll make a video on that, which is pretty cool. You want to talk about old school, I'd say that's about as old as school as you can get. Got all kinds of cool stuff. But that's it for today. I am Eric, owner of Farpoint Farms, down here in Raleigh at the Ham Festival in 2018. And I'm out. I'll see you next time. Take care.